I decided to go to the park that day, and from a distance I seen her.
So he let the leash go of the dog because he couldn't hang on to the dog. So he let the leash go, and that's how the dog ran over and got my dog.
Yeah, I was even yelling at her, get your dog, pick him up, so he won't get him.
The doctor said it would do better at home. The next morning at 8:30, the dog had died.
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do? I know you've all been sworn. I have read your complaint, ma'am. You claim the defendant's dog attacked your dog?
Yes.
And what happened to your dog?
Okay, I took him for a walk in the park, which I do all the time. And this one special time, I heard this noise. Somebody was calling a name.
Is that the noise I'm hearing now?
What?
Hey, I did it. I did it. Okay.
Well, I heard him calling his name. I turned around, and that dog was coming right at me. So all I could do was fall down on my two little dogs. But
You had two little dogs?
I had two shi-tzus, a smaller breed and then the regular size one. And then he just forced his head up under me, and he grabbed the smaller one, and he just started shaking him. And then he was on rollerblades, so he let the leash go of the dog because he couldn't hang on to the dog. So he let the leash go, and that's how the dog ran over and got my dog, while I still had both of them on the leash. And then when he did get there, he started calling the dog, but the dog didn't pay him any attention. And then when the dog got through shaking minds and let him go, then that's when he went and got his dog.
Which one? What's your name, sir?
Chuck?
Chuck is the one that had the dog at the park.
Do you own the dog?
Yes.
Well, you're suing Ralph. Are you Ralph?
I'm the father, yes.
But you don't own the dog.
He lives with us in the same property.
Who owns the dog, you or Charles?
No, he does.
Well, you're apparently not suing the right person then, man.
Okay, well, what I was thinking, I was thinking he was a teenager because when all of this went down.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, because when all this went down, he didn't have no ID on it. Because I said,
Now that you know who he is, you want to amend your complaint to add him as a defendant?
Yes.
Are you willing to accept that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what happened from your vantage point.
I had my rollerblades on, and he was, pulling me. But I usually just stick around the streets of my neighborhood, and I decided to go to the park that day. And from a distance, I seen her and her little dogs, and I knew he seen them too because he started trying to pick up momentum. So I tried to turn around so I could just leave the park right away. And I got on the grass, and then he started running, and then he pulled, and I fell, and that's what made me let go of the leash. And then I tried to yell. I was even yelling at her, get your dog, pick him up, so he won't get him.
Isn't it dangerous to have a dog on a leash when you're wearing rollerblades?
Oh, I can control him anytime when I'm on my blades.
Anytime except this time?
Just, I went to the park and I was on the grass. Usually I don't go on the grass.
Well, that's my point.
I just stick on the streets.
Isn't that dangerous?
Well, no, because, when I stick on the streets, I can control them. And
But you weren't on the street, sir. That's what I'm trying to find. You were on grass.
Well, I figured I'd be able to control them if I went. No, I was on the bike. There's concrete. I was on there. And so I tried to turn around, and then I was on the grass to slow down a little more.
Pretty powerful dog, isn't it?
Yeah, he's powerful.
Pardon?
Yeah.
What kind is it?
Pitbull. And
how old is he?
20 months.
What does he weigh?
75 pounds.
What do you weigh?
145.
You think he's stronger than you are?
No, he ain't stronger than me.
Well, why couldn't you
You
pull
wouldn't
him off
admit
of my
it if it's
dog?
true, would you?
Well, when the dog had a hold of her dog, I'm not gonna pull her dog out of his mouth.
Yeah, but you were trying to call him.
It'll just rip
the
dog, her dog. He'll think it's a toy, and then he'll start pulling it more. So I just said, I was telling her too, just let him finish. He'll let go quicker.
Let him finish.
He'll let go quicker. He'll let go quicker. You're not gonna pull a dog that's locked. He locked on her dog, which means he ain't gonna let go until he's done.
You ever done this before?
No. And so I just said, and he let go within.
Did you take your dog to a vet?
Yes, first I asked him did he have any ID. Yes, I did take him to the vet.
Okay.
And we wouldn't have vet the vets without clothes. Took him to an emergency center, an emergency thing for dogs.
Do you have a bill from the vet?
Yes.
What'd you pay for the dog?
I paid $300 for the dog. I have that here too.
How old was the dog?
The dog was 4 years old. This is what I paid for the dog.
Was that the fair market value of the dog?
What?
If you had to sell the dog, if you had to sell it,
Oh, I could have got more than that for it because
How much?
it was the smaller breed.
how much could you have gotten for it?
I could at least got $400 for it.
Okay. You have anything to substantiate that?
Well, I didn't bring. I just bought one to take the place of the one that was dead, and I paid $475 for that one. But I didn't bring nothing on that dog. 'Cause we were talking about this one. And then I had to put him away. I have that bill that I had to put him away with.
How much was that bill? $75?
Well, I told him all they had to pay was $50 because the $25 I bought a little urn to put his ashes in.
What did you do with the urn? You keep him?
I got the urn with the ashes. So that's why I told them they didn't have to pay the $25, just the $50 for the cremation.
Okay.
All I wanted was my doctor, was the hospital bill paid, because his mother promised me that they would pay it, and she didn't. And I kept going over there, and they kept putting me off.
Ma'am,
Yes.
what do you know about this?
Well, I told her, yes, that we would, he would have to give payments, but at the time he wasn't working.
Are you Mrs. Chavez?
Yes, I am. I'm his mother.
Okay.
And I told her that he would give payment. And she called a couple of times, and I said, well, that he would make a payment. But then I told him the last time, I said, Chuck, she's called again. And she said, well, I've been leaving messages, and I need to talk to her because I don't think I should pay all of it. And I said, well, then you need to talk to her. He said, well, they haven't returned my calls.
Why didn't you think you had to pay all of it?
Well, that's thing of the vet. I got a thing from the vet where she took it to.
Yes.
She took it home the day that it happened, when the vet advised her.
No, Your Honor.
The vet advised her to leave it there. It says right here. He typed it too.
You think the
And then she didn't.
excuse me, sir. Is it your contention that the dog died because she took it home and didn't leave it with the vet overnight?
Oh well, yeah.
Your Honor, if you read the letter there from the vet, he specifies, he thinks that the dog that might have survived if left
And
overnight for
after you read
observation.
that letter, I want to comment on that.
Well, he says that the cause of death of the dog is unknown, sir.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yes, he wasn't saying that, but he also said that he might have lived if kept there
Your Honor.
overnight.
Your Honor, I did not even
Unknown
know.
because the dog was not given an autopsy.
No, because when they, I didn't even know the dog was coming on. One of my friends called and said, you know what? They said the dog can come home. I said, but when I took the dog in, they looked at his gums and they said that he had internal injuries because his gums was pale. And then they told me he was in shock. And I said, they were going to keep him overnight on the IV. And I said, what do you mean? They said he can come home. They said that he would do better at home, so they said, you can come get him. I did not go get the dog. I didn't even know the dog was coming home. They said, I know a friend was bringing me the dog home. Said that the vet said, the doctor said it would do better at home. The next morning at 8:30, the dog had died. And then I called my vet. And my vet said, bring it in and we just go ahead and destroy it to get rid of the dog. Then they called me back and said, we want to do a autopsy. I said, well, my vet has the dog. Well, tell your vet we want the dog back. My vet said, no, Claudia, because whatever they're going to find, they're not going to tell you if it's their fault. He said, just go ahead and get rid of the dog and just get another one and just move on. And that's what I did.
Take a short recess. You want to say something else, sir?
Yeah. Well, I went and talked to the vet myself. The vet that
You
worked.
have a statement from the vet?
Just from right there. What he said. He
We
said.
want to hear.
He just
I'll
said.
read that.
He didn't say nothing like, oh, we told her to take it home. He just said, we needed to keep it here because to keep monitoring it, because in case it went into shock.
Hey, the dog was in shock when I brought him there. That's why I was so shocked when they
I mean,
said the dog would go
if the
home.
veterinarian tells you to leave it, he'd advise you to leave the dog there overnight. Are you going to do that
Now,
for the best of your
what
dog?
makes you think I want to bring my dog
best of
home
your
with all the
dog.
tubes
Right.
in his back?
We'll take a short recess. I'll come back and tell you what I've decided.
I was looking outside my kitchen window and I saw two dogs attacking my goat.
When the lady asked me to pay something, she should have given me the proofs.
The other dog tried to come after me to come back to get the goat.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
The defendant, Charles Chavez, owns the dog. He was the one, had the dog on a leash, was in a park on rollerblades. Would have been fine if he could have stayed on cement, perhaps. He could have controlled that dog. Pretty strong, powerful dog at 75 pounds. But when you're on grass on rollerblades, you're trying to hold a dog. He trips, he falls. No question about the negligence of Charles Chavez. No question about the fact that the dog died. No question about the fact that bills were incurred and the value of the dog. The only question that's really been raised is the cause of death. Did the negligence of the defendant cause the dog to die? Well, it certainly caused the injury. Whether it caused it to die or not is another question. But the report of the vet doesn't say, I advised the plaintiff not to take the dog home because it might die. The dog was apparently had been in shock, and the vet says the dog was not in critical condition at the time, showed no sign of internal bleeding or hemorrhage, and so the dog was sent home at the owner's request. Did she do something between the time she got the dog home and the time the dog died in the morning to cause the death? No evidence of that at all. Certainly a woman who owns a dog as she does and loves that dog as much as she does, that'll evoke the tears that were shed, is not the kind of person that's going to do something to cause the death. If there was something that she could have noticed, she would have immediately taken the dog back to the vet. But the last line says, the owner turned down the request to perform an autopsy at no charge. Cause of the death of the dog is unknown. So there's no causal connection shown between the fact that she took the dog home and the death of the dog. Judgment is for plaintiff for $794.
I don't know, it's just like a nightmare. Because when I fell when I seen him coming, I didn't know what to do. I just fell down on the dogs. And then that's when he just put his head up under them and just snatched the little one and just started shaking. And then he couldn't do anything with him. And everybody else was just standing around looking. So we just had to wait till like he said, till he's finished with him, and then dropped him and went on about his business.
I know what he can do. I know what, he's capable of doing to other dogs. So, I always do that. I always keep him in the backyard. I always keep the chain locked up so he won't even try to even get close to getting out. It happened. I'm sorry about it.
Yeah, if I had a stick with me, I won't go to the park without one now. Some kind of a club. It was just like my little baby, like a kid. And then, I couldn't even protect it.